supposed to fix that. I'm supposed to correct what somebody else did.
You know what I'm saying? If a man is already together, right? Why the fuck would he even tolerate? Why would he even tolerate a masculine woman anyway?
Whatever you feed yourself, that's what you become.
A lot of you are familiar with the Carlee Russell case. You know the ins and outs to a certain degree. Some of you aren't familiar with it. But I wanted to bring it to my platform and to the people who are watching me who may want to know my thoughts on it. Now, if you haven't watched back, there's a upload that I did on this story that you can check out. I go into full detail about how I feel about whether or not this is true or whether or not this was fabricated. This one right here is my final thoughts on the entire story, because at the end of the day, whether or not anything is done about it, as a whole, we still have to be aware, we have to be mindful and look at all of the circumstances surrounding this, about the person, their personality, what would bring a human being to do something so ridiculously chaotic and childish, to not only put your career but your family's reputation, your community, bring a certain shame to the culture, to society. Because in the end of the day, what you do reflects others around you, whether you want to believe it or not. And in this particular story, they did some digging. And they pulled up her records. The internet is undefeated. You really have to be either so self-entitled or so blinded by the things that people spill out into the world that create these narratives that you can completely get away with anything and everything you possibly can in order to believe that you can publicly put all of your business and intentions on the internet and no one is ever going to see it. Your privacy, your most intimate life stories, your relationships, your family. We put all of these things out on the internet and expect there to be no backlash, no recourse, no anything from it. They have a chronological order of all of her transactions from prior abduction to after. On July 11th, she looks up how to pay for a Amber Alert. On the 13th, the day of her disappearance, she searched how to extract the money without being caught. 2:13 a.m. She's making arrangements to proceed to Birmingham bus station. On the 13th, 2:35, she's on her way. She has her ticket. She's already made it in her mind what she's about to do. 12 p.m. She purchases a movie ticket for of all movies to see. Taken. All right. This is what I find so arbitrarily ridiculous about this whole thing. Let's say all of this is concrete evidence that what she did was legit, because as of right now, they're trying to get answers from her. They want to speak to her, but the parents, the family will not allow her to speak to anyone. Why? She said that she was abducted by a man that had orange hair and snatched her from the woods. They took pictures of her, they stripped her, and somehow she found a way to evade her captors. But here we are with all of this evidence in front of us. What are we doing with this? I think that instead of people making memes and jokes out of it, like I see a lot of platforms doing, as you will see here, instead of us making jokes about this and taking it lightly, I think we need to look deeper into this. Like, why, how could someone that's in her job field have so little remorse or empathy or compassion for the people around her to do something so vile? I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how you feel about it. How do you feel about this entire case? To be able to concoct such a stupid plan, and you put everything on the line in order to find a way not to get caught online. Someone make that make sense to me. And whether or not you want to laugh about it or not, or you want to critique or criticize, the fact of the matter is a conversation needs to be had about what to do with this entire situation as a whole. We need to look in on our family. We need to look in on the people that are close to us, because this isn't the first time something like this has happened. The lady who spearheaded the investigation, she actually lost her child in a situation like this. So for her to play around with it and make it a joke, all for the internet to blow up, we gotta do better. This is No Cap All World. Like, share, subscribe to the channel.